In this video today, I'm going to be going through some tips for Skyrim. Now, my first tip is in terms of where you put your perk points. You should really try and focus on just a few different skill trees. If you spread out your perk points across skill trees, you're not going to be very good at very many different skills. And there's that whole saying of, jack of all trades, master of none. So, for example, now I'm using a mod that changes my perk points, but point still stands. This is a level 50 character, so quite a few perk points. And so I focused on started focusing on 3 different combat three different combat skills, but I changed. So my main focus on offense is in one-handed. I've actually gone up several different lines, but there's no way I can get all the different perks. Now, I know in the main game there aren't as many perks, it's not as bad. However, I do want to show you, I did actually have block, but eventually I decided I'm not going to use it. So I turned it into a legendary skill, and I've gone for heavy armor for my defense, and then smithing and enchanting, I'll get to those later, but all the rest I basically left alone. So if you spread out your perk points too much, you're not going to get very good at any one particular skill. Now, as I mentioned, I'm going to get to Enchanting and Smithing. That'll be next. And the next tip really is, no matter what type of character you make, Enchanting is always going to be a really good choice for a skill to have. So I'm heading up here to enchant a bow I just made. Again, that's from a mod, I'll ignore that. So, good thing about leveling up Enchanting is, let's just use this as an example. Gold diamond necklace, fine. When you get to a high enough level, you can put 2 different enchantments onto a single item. So if you're a magic user, you might be thinking, okay, I use destruction a lot. So destruction spells cost 24% less to cast. But also, magic user, maybe I want to, let's have a look through this, what arts might I want to do. Maybe I want to resist fire, resist magic, resist fortify, maybe 2 different schools of magic. And the percentages you can get up to are generally quite high. Perhaps you want to have health, just in case you get into trouble. Now, one way to help level up enchanting more quickly, this only really works for martial characters, not really quite as well for magic users, but pick a weapon. You will need to find a weapon to put this enchantment, to get this enchantment in the first place. But soul trap. Now, if the target dies in 8 seconds, fills a soul gem. Well, that uses up charges quite quickly. You don't have as many charges. Let's put that down to 1 second, and when you get a killing blow, the soul will come into a soul gem. Obviously, you need to have soul gems in your inventory. So when you're ready to craft an item, you've got this option down in the bottom left, rename item to whatever you want. So what, soul gatherer, and craft that. Now I'm just going to show you also, for me, what I have enchanted. So I've got almost 2 sets of gear. I forgot to rename this one, but I've given myself crafting braces, crafting ring 2 because I made one previously, but this one's a bit better. And crafting necklace. So for me, when I'm in town and I want to level up, or not necessarily level up, but be blacksmithing, improving items or making potions, I put on this set of gear. When I go out fighting, I put on this set of gear, and I've got health regeneration, extra health, one-handed attacks. So I'm focusing on one-handed attacks also here, so I can do lots of extra damage. And then this links to then also the smithing. So am I missing? Yeah. So I also didn't rename one of my rings, which is stupid. Right. There we are. Combat necklace. All right. So the damage done by my axes, 316. That's partially from my skill, but also a lot of that has come from my enchanting from one-handed attacks. Go down to active effects. You see fortify one-handed. So I've stacked it up. It's 44% damage, 50% there, 44% there, 38% there. Add that all up together, and I'm doing well over double the damage I would do without those enchantments. Now I'm going to head straight down to the smithy, because I had that dragon bone bow. And now, quickly show you, my skill level in archery is 18. I've just not used the bow. Make sure I put on my crafting equipment. Ring and necklace. Now, bonus points if you use a potion before doing this. So I can almost double the amount of damage my bow does from enchanting, from smithing. So let's do that. And my apparel, my armor, let's put all the combat stuff back on. My armor rating is 619, partially because I've got heavy armor, partially because I have improved my armor from my smithing, but also because I've got 100 in heavy armor skill and some perks. So as a martial person, a hand-to-hand combat melee, I'm now never going to be in any trouble, really. So yeah, I'd say 2 secondary skills to get. One for sure, enchanting. Second one, smithing. If you're not a magic user, even if you're putting on just armor of any sort, you should upgrade smithing. There's no reason not to, really. So I'm going to just show you how my soul gatherer, there we are, is going to go. Now I need to find some targets. I'm going to kill some mud crabs I've just found. There they are. There we are. Oof. It's good to go and get random low level creatures when you're leveling up enchanting, because it doesn't really matter what size of soul you use for enchanting, you get experience just for creating an enchanted item. So I'm back in Whiterun for my next tip, and this is to do with alchemy. So I would use, and I always use alchemy to basically make gold. So I'm going to put on my crafting, so this all works quite well together. So let's put on crafting so I can make created potions better. I think that's everything. Now I've been out and about quite a while since I last made potions, so I've got loads of ingredients I can use. 2 benefits of doing this. So no wheat and a giant's toe. By using enchanted equipment, the value of your potions goes up, which one can make you more money, but secondly it actually increases the amount of experience you get from alchemy. So yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to level me up a lot. Oops. This is just from a few different ingredients there. Just leveled up. Pick another thing. I've got loads of ingredients at the moment because I haven't used alchemy for a long time. And so leveling up alchemy, going to make potions worth loads of money. You could even make potions that you're going to use, which I guess would be useful. I don't tend to use potions, that's just me. You can make potions, you make poisons, and healing potions, and potions that resist different things, all very easily. So look at that, just from all these. It really helps that I've put a couple of perk points into alchemy, because it helps increase the value of my potions, therefore more money and more experience. It's almost like a positive feedback loop. Like the more perk points you put into alchemy, the more experience you can get in alchemy, which gives you more perk points. So you can use this to level up as well as give you lots of money. So I'm going to keep going with this, and then once I've finished I'll show you what potions I've got. I've just finished making all the potions that I can. I leveled up alchemy from 80 to 85, which is no mean feat when you've got the skills at a high level. Now what I also usually do, which I didn't do here actually, is I buy all the ingredients that an alchemist has. So it lets you create more potions. So unfortunately she doesn't have much gold. And some of the potions I've made, look at this, 12 times 344, I can make loads of gold. So you get lots of valuable items. At the beginning they're not quite so valuable. And so by selling the items you also level up your speech skill. There are a few skills that you can level up relatively quickly. One is blocking, but seem to be careful with using giants, because if you don't have enough health or armor to begin with, they will just ragdoll you and send you flying. Getting close enough. My level at blocking at the moment, before I start, was 26. I've put on all my armor. Unfortunately, I have a follower with me, but within 2 hits, 3 hits, we're already at 28. I don't think I can get rid of her. Oh, I think maybe I can. Alright. She's going to kill them. I don't want them to die. Yeah. Alright, down she goes. I'm going to make sure that I'm blocking. Here comes a giant. This giant's better for blocking than mammoths, I find. I've got maybe a few too many. If anyone can tell me what that is in the sky, that'd be amazing. I have no idea what's up there. So you can spend 5-10 minutes leveling up block, and you can get it up to 100. Obviously it gets harder and harder as you get higher in level in blocking, high level in blocking. Right, now let's accelerate. I'm worried that my follower is going to kill the giants though. I don't really want. Right, make sure I'm blocking. Okay, 1 hit, 37. 38 for another hit. So I'm not going to go up to 100, but you know, within just 30 seconds, I've gained quite a few levels in block already. I'm not going to use it in the ends. This one I might turn legendary just to get extra perk points, extra levels. Double block. Right, I think that's this point proven. But yeah, without a lot of armor and health, this can be very dangerous. Make sure you are blocking the attacks in case you miss one. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Right, now, one other skill that I wouldn't focus on doing just all in one go. Now, I don't have any skill in illusion or anything to reduce my magicka cost. But at low levels, Muffle is quite a good spell to cast. It uses most of my magic at the moment, but I'm not a magic user. I cast it once, level 20. Let's wait an hour to get my magicka back. Cast it again, level 21. You know, I can wait and do this. It's a bit boring to do that. I prefer doing it as I'm walking along, normally. So, wait. So yeah, I find illusion quite easy to level up. Okay, that this time might require 2 casts of Muffle. But if you get some magicka regen, maybe even a single perk point into illusion. Let's try that. I've got a perk point now. Illusion, here we are. Now I am using a mod for my perks. It is a bit different to the vanilla perks, but same idea applies. Yeah, it uses a lot less. Oh, look, another level in illusion. Cast 2 in a row, and another level. So I find illusion easy to level up. And again, when you're walking somewhere, it's probably best to do this, not just standing around doing it all in one go. Something else I tend to like leveling up. Yeah, let's go here. Is pickpocket. Now to make this easier, because I have no skill in pickpocketing, I'm going to see if I can create some equipment for myself to help with this. So enchanting really will help every and any build. Let's go here. Let's put some jewelry. So I've got a necklace, that'll do. Enchantment, fortify, pickpocket. Now I may as well do sneak. Soul gem is a black soul gem. Alright, I'm just going to use this one piece of equipment. I didn't name it because I'm going to use it after this. So actually, let's just show you what this is like without that on. Make sure I'm hiding. Alright, 11%, 20%, not very good. Let's put on this lovely necklace. Look at that, literally, it's not just a 50% bonus, it's as a whole number, 50% better, easier. So I have 61. So I'm hoping this works. There we are. So pickpocket is already leveled up 1 level, which then makes it even easier to pickpocket the next thing. There we are, that's lucky, up to 21. So you want to pickpocket generally jewellery if you want to level up fast. So it's good for experience. I would advise saving before pickpocketing. Some of you might not like that. I was just lucky here that those 2 pickpockets worked. I'm sure there are other skills that level up really easily, but with pickpocketing, I also, you can also make some money if you're part of the Thieves Guild. Right, now for the last tip I'm going to give today is mods. Use them. You don't have to, right? I shouldn't really be telling you how to play exactly, but once you've gone through the game a few times, mods can really change the experience for the better. So as I showed you earlier, I've got a mod called Ordinator, overhaul of perks, overhaul of skills, and gives way more depth to each skill than the original game does. Can this show me a list of the mods that I'm using? I'm just going to log in. I've actually downloaded a few mods, but I'm not using them all at once. This lets you customize your game to how you want to play it. So there are mods to change spells, change the standing stones, to change combat, to change how things look. So here are just a few that I've installed at some point. So here's one that patches things, Unofficial patch. One that creates campfires, a whole new system, changes the standing stones. One that gave me more dragons, because I got bored of waiting for dragons. I use the one called unreadbooksglow because I can't be bothered looking through all the books anymore. This one I'm not using, but it gives vendors extra gold to start with. One that changes the races, map markers, 50% more perk points, changes the shouts, loads and loads of different stuff. Some are just cosmetic. Yeah, this one, open cities, I like this one. Now obviously the mods available to you depends on what platform you're playing on. I'm on the PC, but you do get mods on the consoles. So open cities, as an example, there's no loading screen between inside and outside the city. Does mean dragons could potentially come and attack inside the city, but I think that's worth it. I much prefer this. Alright, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And do consider subscribing, leaving a like. Maybe leave a comment to tell me if you use any of these tips, whether there's an improvement on the tips that I've given, and there are loads of things that I've missed off. What are your favorite things you do to help your life in Skyrim easier? Alright, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.